As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Syracuse Orange taking on the 16th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Syracuse's offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he comes. This offense is built completely around the talents of this running back, a rare commodity in today's.
Every single snap, this defense is going to be keying on this running back, knowing that he is the key to the offense's success.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Orange will have to punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So Texas's offense will take the field for the first time. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much they'll test that quarterback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Got his man quickly. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
And there's so many targets to focus on and so many elite playmakers, and they just lost him. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. The give. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. It's complete. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Syracuse. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And how about him. Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small, wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Open space at the 25. Running toward the tape. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Haynes. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They want to run it left here. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll give it to the back. Got enough space. And he'll race. Touchdown, Cuse. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay a big difference.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
They'll run it to the right side. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. First down to start the drive after the break. Give to the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Longhorns want to move quickly. Right back to him on the ground. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They go to the ground. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down. They'll give it to him again. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
And that pass intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after. You see the blocks after the interception, returning almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up in great field position.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Orange.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but trying to beat the D deep. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! And he puts through the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the offense. Off play action on first down.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up with protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up the safety.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Nice move to keep running. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. To the air, it's Manning. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice.
Going up top. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Bringing it back. And the returner will be dragged down. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. This has been a track meet running up and down the field so far, Jesse.
It's amazing for this offense, right? Score a touchdown.
Picked off. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorn! The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Fielded in the end zone. It's man. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to come into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
And just too much on that pass, too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Looking to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gibb. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. He wants to go deep. He's got it inside the 30. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Syracuse.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Texas offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is
sends it downfield. Oh, makes a diving snag along the right sideline. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. At the 20, he's got space. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the left.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! Lining up to tack one one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll go to the ground. At the 35, he's got room. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. He's got his man. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets him to the 36. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. It is perfect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Quickly complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's
going for the big play. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Longhorn! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. UCF steamrolled its way to victory. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Orlando a ton of confidence. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standards, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
There's an example of a dude getting beat one-on-one with his quarterback getting closer and closer to his end zone, man. That's scary.
From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He'll run it again. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the returner will be brought down. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out every...
And it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. Handoff from the gun. At the 40, there he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to throw. A little screen to the running back. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Looking to pass on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king in 2, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
This offense desperate for a score here to try to stay in the game. It's 3rd and goal. He's looking to throw. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. And the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and then better job.
And he's running in the open. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Texas! And the punishment has been extended. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they put the coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Fielded in the end zone, it's man. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll go to the counter play. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now.
Snags it on the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's got his man. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the pass hits, picked off. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT.
He uncorks one deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Ran through the contact. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
What an unbelievable effort that time by the running back. Great vision and showing off his speed, and now with that big gain, he puts his head coach in a position where he's going to have to make a decision here what he wants to do on 4th and short.
The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. An easy call to go for it, and easier after you make it. Going deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
And that's why a lot of kids want to play for this coach, because they know that when they get into games, even if it's late, coach is going to let them go play ball, go have fun, take shots and try to come up with big plays. This offense right now, man, they're just having fun.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Across the 25, he's got room. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and for his offense all game long.
And the Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold it. Up and up and.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Takes the handoff. It's Gibson. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great game.
3rd and goal from way back there. Dropping back, it's Manning. Might be looking to run. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Got his man downfield. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go. Syracuse will send out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. He breaks a tackle. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right.